Jesus Christ, it's Jesus Christ. I have no words for this. Just this is, I'm struggling to make sentences properly in presence of this. But before any of this, let's just give you a little context for why the hell you're watching this right now and how this came to be. My middle brother loves toys. He's an avid toy collector, and as an avid toy collector, he goes to a lot of toy shops. A very popular way of toy shops here in the UK are charity shops. There you can find DVDs, used clothes, a Jesus Christ action figure, just anything really, as long as you put your faith into it. As long as you put your faith into it. Just look at that. That is the face of somebody who can walk on water, turn water into wine, feed a whole village with just one fish, and knows it. The Jesus Christ action figure. I'm adding the Christ. I did not come to judge the world, but I came to save it. John 12:47. Why did I read that like the Terminator? What other... First off, the font. The font looks like it's coming straight out of a very low budget, very 80s kind of, 80s, 90s, typical war action movie. Like, think of Poor Man's Predator. That's your font right there. And it's just on this, Jesus Christ, it's... Like, a big reason why I cannot make words come out of my mouth when I try to say anything about this other than woo, it's just the fact of mixing figures, action figures, with Jesus. Like, it's like making a toothpaste flavored ice cream. It's just... And sometimes when you get this kind of stuff, you're able to touch, you're able to see it, that somebody out there just thought of this. It just makes you really with a combination of what the hell and really happy, because this kinds of things exist. It's like some shit straight out of a cartoon. But yeah. Also, I gotta say, the quote, I did not come to judge the world, I came to save it. John 12:47. What other toy can say biblical verses and at the same time sound straight badass? Like, I cannot think of anything. It really is, like, this line right here, it's ironically badass. Anyways, let's get into the guy hits himself with posable arms and gliding action. If you can see through the very dodgy packaging through there. Yeah, this has posable arms and it can glide. I can perfectly imagine the conversation going, "So little Timmy, what kind of toys you got?" "What? A Batman figure? A G.I. Joe? A Barbie? Ah, that's cute. I just have the Jesus Christ action figures that my playtime may always be blessed by the presence of the Lord and Savior." It's quite... This feels like a shitpost. It feels like, but not like a bad one. It feels like the kind of shitpost that just makes you go... That just puts a smile on your face and you do not know why. And there's also a warning, choking hazard. Small pots not suitable for it's just the choking hazard warning. So yeah, if little Timmy's under 3 years old, too bad he cannot be blessed by the presence of the one and only Lord and Savior, the Jesus Christ action figure. It really is mind-boggling to look at. It's one thing to look at it on the screen, it's another thing to look at it through the eyes in real life. So much so that I had to make an entire video, edit it, script it, and just make a whole new account to upload on YouTube, which I normally would never do, and also speak to the camera for more than 1 minute, just so the world can see this. I am struggling, but boy am I having fun. So yeah, the Jesus Christ figure, what you see is what you get. Figure of Jesus Christ, just posable arms. And the front packaging has a lot I can take note of for days. Like, first off, it's really smashed and stuff, but it's definitely used, but nobody ever opened it, which just raises all kinds of questions. And when we're gonna look at the detail in the back, which raises even more questions, but only makes this more cool. Also, if you're wondering, I'm not opening this, you'll see why. But yeah, I will now read the back of the Jesus Christ action figure box. The name Jesus means God saves. The term Jesus Christ is a title anointed of God for Muslims and some Jews. Jesus was a prophet, Buddhists say he was enlightened, Hindus call him an avatar, the incarnation of deity in human form, and Christians hail him as the Son of God, so who was he? And then just a bit of an explanation. I will not go over the whole thing in the whole video, but it's definitely interesting to see to see both biblical bosses and an explanation to such a figure in an action figure box. Like, it's just interesting, man. It's just quite an interesting thing, and that's why I have to share it, and that's why I wanted to share this. I am struggling to find words to describe this, and the best I can describe this is every time I look at this, I just smile. Because someone out there thought of this, made this, and sold this at some point, and it just ended in my hands intact for me to just look at, think about. I just have no words. I really don't. So there you go, the Jesus Christ action figure. I hope looking at this video and just knowing finally that this exists somewhere out there just made your day a little bit better, because God knows we all need a little bit more of that in our lives. And there you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all the other kind of stuff, although bad YouTubers say when they can't think of a proper way to end the video.